It's no surprise that I don't have the best setup for my YouTube, limited by space, these type of things. One of the issues that I run into as a result is just the recording issues associated with recording everything on my phone like I do and trying to get audio into it. Well, that could potentially be solved with the product that I'm looking at today. I've already used it for a little while. This here is the Maono PD200W. It is a wireless microphone. So as you can see here, this is a wireless mic. It is a dynamic microphone, so it's a little different. I have this kind of super cheapo condenser microphone. There are advantages and disadvantages to dynamic versus condenser. They're a little different. The dynamic one is going to be really good potentially for me because it's good with dynamic noises, things that get loud, quiet, that kind of thing. If I have gameplay stuff going on, explosions in a game that I'm recording, if I'm banging around with technology, that kind of stuff, you can get a lot of ups and downs. So it's going to be really nice in terms of the actual microphone. I don't need to get too much into like dynamic microphone versus condenser microphone, like what the theories are. You can just Google it, and there are people who cover that in specific videos. But what's interesting here is that it is wireless, truly wireless. So this thing here actually has a battery built into it. You have to charge it up as a result, but it is powered on its own. Once it's here, you can then use this little wee adapter. See that there? You plug it into your phone, my iPhone in this case, and I record. It goes directly through the transmitter. It goes right directly into the microphone. My audio goes into the microphone. That is transmitted into this and recorded on my phone. It's lovely. You can also hook it up to your PC if I can find the wire. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. There's a bunch of wires here. This one here you can plug in right there. Plug that into your PC, and then you can record the same way. So you can also get around, cable mess, whatever. Now, why does this matter? Why would I could easily just plug this in and record, and that's what I do. I just plug this in and record. But easily was not the right word there, because what I have to do is I have to take the USB-A from this thing, I plug it into this dongle, then I plug this into my phone, and there's a few problems here. One, I'm powering the microphone, this microphone here, with my phone. So it actually drains my battery. My phone gets hot and it drains my battery because the phone is not only recording, it's actually powering the microphone. With this thing here, all you're doing is powering this little guy right here. Right? Uses nowhere near as much power. The other thing is physical cables. So there's a couple issues with the cables. One, I pull them all the time. Like by accident, I pull them. I do, like I'm doing things in my video. I'm not just like, I'm animated for one thing, but I'm actually like moving things around, doing stuff with different products. And I often pull on this, which can cause the microphone to move or the actual camera to move, which is a pain in the ass. That's not great. It's not the end of the world, but it does suck. The other thing is I can't use my gimbal thing that I have. So I have one of these. It's a gimbal for my phone. You plug it in here and you can ring and control it, and it doesn't like this because this, for one thing, throws off the balance because there's a lot of weight here. It throws off the balance, so it warns me and it has issues, and I can't really get the gimbal to work, and if I touch that thing, the whole thing is screwed up. So I often have to use something like this, which is not ideal. It's rigid, like it's a rigid little thing, and I just get this stuck there because this is the only thing that's strong enough that can hold my phone, and then I can hold this thing in here, and then I can have my microphone at the same time to record. Right? I like to streamline and do everything on my phone. So the actual product here, I'll show it like as seen on TV style. Check out the product. It's nice. So on the bottom here, you have your USB-C plug-in. Of course, you can use that for this, right? That's the wired, or of course charging. You do have a analog type single setup, power button, and headphones if you want that as well. You do have a microphone, a headphone volume there, which you can do. And then of course you have your mute. It does float in a floating ring type thing, so you're not going to have as much like bang, 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 and you're going to be able to hear it. Nice stand here. Of course, you can take that off, but it does come with a nice adjustable stand there. Metal on the bottom gives it nice weight, very adjustable, feels fantastic. But of course, if you don't want to use the stand, you could take it off and put it over there. This is by no means an advertisement for this product. You could do this with anything, but what it is allowing me to do here is actually use this product. I was never able to use this product. So you come in here, get that hooked up. Yeah, that's good. All right. We're on that now, whatever, power. I'm going to show you something here, right? So that's now there. I'm going to plug this in, watch this, right? It actually has a perfect clearance too, so watch this, watch this, watch this. Good, right? Now watch this. Oh, look at that, it's nice. Perfect clearance right there. So it's good that it's small, right? Because now I can use products like this whatever one you have. You can use products like this, and I can actually use this product now to record. I don't have to have that like weird rigid thing. I don't have to rely on my DJI, which is this here. I don't have to rely on this all the time as like if my phone is ever involved. I don't have to use it when I need like good stability and something that can move around. I can use this. So this alone is a game changer, right? It's going to significantly limit the amount of this camera right here that I'm gonna have to use, which is a good thing. That's good for me. This is gonna become truly only when I'm actually recording my phone. Like if the phone is part of the video, I'll use it, otherwise no. Okay, so we're gonna use the lapel mic here. So you're gonna have the lapel to just hear how the DJI sound. The DJI is fine. I have no problems with the actual like mic. It's okay for a little lapel thing, but I don't want to use that. I don't want to have a lapel mic. Like if I'm recording using the DJI and I'm actually like recording something using my phone, which I do all the time, like NAS products, I use an app or something and it's part of the product and I have to have the phone in it, then I have to use this thing with the DJI. I don't like any of this. Look at that, it's immediately focused. Like, anyways. Okay, so here is the audio now running on both. So we have the DJI there, and we actually have the, well, that's my phone, and the Maono here. So the Maono is accepting the audio over here, and it's recording the visual on my phone over there. Okay, so I'm gonna read some literature. Maono, wireless dynamic microphone, PD200W, is a next generation wireless dynamic microphone specifically designed by Maono for gaming and live streaming scenarios. Not just gaming and live streaming scenarios, but also video recording scenarios like I'm doing right now. Get your game together, Maono. Don't forget me. It adopts bidirectional wireless transmission technology, enabling high-definition wireless audio capture between the microphone and devices such as computers, smartphones, cameras, and gaming consoles. The wireless setup frees users from cable clutter. Yada, yada, yada. So I recorded that on both of these video recording scenarios like I'm doing right now. Get your game together, Maono. Don't forget me. It adopts bidirectional wireless transmission technology, enabling high-definition wireless audio capture between the microphone and devices such as computers, smartphones, cameras, and gaming consoles. The wireless setup frees users from cable clutter. Yada, yada, yada. So I recorded that on both of these. Let's just actually disconnect the Maono here, and this is gonna be pretty bad. We'll go right into my iPhone microphone. Okay, so now we should be recording. We're still recording over here, but we should also be recording on the iPhone, and we're using the built-in microphone. One of the biggest issues with the iPhone microphone is that we have issues with stereo separation. So here, I can speak into the Maono, and I can move around, and there's a little bit of stereo, but it's gonna pick up my audio, and when people are listening, especially on headphones, you'll get it on both ears pretty well. Whereas when I'm using my iPhone, typically if I go like this and I move around too much, I found that it actually causes a lot of stereo migration. And so when I don't notice it as much on my laptop, but if it's on my headphones when I'm editing, I'm like, what the hell? Like my voice is all of a sudden over here, and that can be super annoying. Of course, it just sounds bad, like a microphone. I'll use my iPhone if it's like an emergency, but it just generally sounds bad. So yeah, it's obviously a huge upgrade. I did a recent video where I was like, if you have a phone and you want to make a YouTube channel, just start recording. But the first thing you should do is actually buy a microphone. Like you can do an entire YouTube channel on a phone camera. Like there's no problems with that, but you do need a good microphone. Like it's essential. So one of the nice things here about a dynamic microphone, like I can bring this in and I can get really close. Watch this. So I'm going to get in really close and I'm going to start talking right into the microphone here. I'm going to make lots of sounds and popping sounds, topping sounds, popping sounds, popping sounds. I can do a lot of cluttering noise. I don't have a lot going on, but like a lot of the time, if you're playing music, if that's what you do, or if you have lots of things going on, video games, and there's like music in the background, dynamic microphones are really good at handling that. When there's a lot of stuff going on, different noise sources, ups and downs, it's better. A condenser microphone, the nice thing about a condenser microphone is it does give you a very intimate sound. So it'll be like, ooh, we're in a room together and I'm reading the microphone and it sounds really nice. But it has lots of issues too. So let's get this hooked up now and we'll listen to that. Oh, The gimbal doesn't like it. The gimbal doesn't like it. Okay, so now we're on, the Maono is actually not involved anymore. Get that out of here. We're just on this ghetto thing. So here's the thing with this. This will sound potentially a little bit richer, than the dynamic. It's just the way that it is in a very quiet setting like this. Like I'm in an office, I'm being very quiet, you know, I'm reading audiobooks or something, or I'm just telling a story. It'll sound nice. Honestly, I find that condenser mics sound very nice. Okay, gimbal, chill out. Remember how I said that the thing was a massive nightmare? Okay, I might just have to, okay, I'll just turn it off. The gimbal doesn't work with the thing hooked up. All right, we good? I'm holding it now. So the gimbal just doesn't work. I didn't mean for that to happen, but it happened and it was part of the video. So I'll hold the microphone as you can see, or the camera as you can see here. It's going to be annoying. But here's the other issue. So I'm going to start making talking noises into this right here. When I get really close, I make popping noises or talking noises or pop noises. Like, how does that sound? Does that sound great when I'm talking like this? When I'm talking close? When I move around? It does sound very nice in a scenario like this where I'm sitting back. It's nice and rich. But as soon as I start banging on things, I start, you know, bringing in things that I'm working on. I have games in the background. I have noise going on. There's all kinds of stuff. The condenser microphone will freak out. If you have like an interview, that can be really good too, because you can have people on, you know, both sides, depending on the mic, or you can set it a little further back and it won't, you know, freak out. But for what I do, honestly, like moving around, making noise, doing stuff, it can be a big problem. Of course, the cable, like I have to freaking hold this the whole time. Sorry if you get motion sick. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to have to use my DJI again for now. As I mentioned, you can plug it into a PC. So what we'll do here, I'm just going to go like this. Plug this into my PC. Okay, now that should light up. Yeah, there we go, that side. So here is me recording now on the Maono, and we're hooked up to the PC. So I do a lot of my channel recording directly from my phone because I'm doing product showcases and product testing and game testing and all that kind of stuff. And that's a big part of it, like showing what's going on at the same time. It's very important. But more recently, actually, I've even been doing some product parts of my videos where, you know, I show like a screen, like I actually am showing something on my screen. So I do screen recording, and then I actually plug well, in my case, a wired microphone into the computer. This is the same type of idea. You're going to plug this in here. I can then be hands-free, which is always nice, like I said, and I can record directly on here. If you do gaming, like if you're a big gamer, right, you're going to have this plugged into your PC, potentially not even in the front, it can just be tucked in the back. You have your Maono mic, which I'm going to get further away from me right now. Right. That'll be plugged, that'll be right beside you, and you're going to be doing gamings, right? So now all of a sudden I'm a gamer, or I'm a streamer, I'm doing a vlog or whatever. You know, this is plugged into my PC. I'm actually recording on my PC over there now. This is just going to be for video. There's going to be no audio. Look at this stupid thing. There's going to be no audio from this here. It's just going to be from the Maono over here. And I'm playing games, or I'm doing vlogs, and I'm actually recording like that. So it's fantastic. And I can still actually, if I wanted, I could still use this as my primary shooter like that. But a lot of the time, then what I do is I actually have a nice 4K little camera like this here. I have this little 4K camera. It's AI powered. It'll follow me around and do all that kind of stuff. Terrible mic, like garbage mic. It's like, it has a microphone. I'll put it that way. It accepts sound. So I can have that plugged in right there. And then I can have this wired up, or wireless up to my PC. And then what I'm going to end up doing is just recording off of that webcam there. Audio for video. Webcam is going to get that. This is going to give me the audio here directly into the computer. It's all good. And when I'm done, and I'm like, okay, I got to get back to the recording, shooting down part, I would then just unplug this from the PC. I take the little dongle, stick it into my phone, right? Into my phone, and all of a sudden I'm shooting down here. Okay, so that's the video there. My conclusions to the Maono, pretty straightforward. We're back on my DJI thing. It's really good. Actually, I like it a lot. I mean, the speaker quality in that is fine. There's nothing, it's not like revolutionizing the sound of audio. That's not what it's designed to. It's not like this thing sounds better than a $5,000 studio mic. That is not what this is for. And I'm okay with that. It's a dynamic microphone, and it sounds just fine for a dynamic microphone. If you need a dynamic microphone, it's going to be good. If you don't, even for me, I don't really like always need a dynamic microphone, but it's still going to be very useful for what I do. Now, what makes this thing very useful here is the fact that you're going to have access to wireless or wired, depending on what you want. So you can set it up permanent, like a permanency, and just have it wired up and just use it all the time. It's going to be great if you're doing things that have a lot of noise going on, like all different types of sound. If you speak close into it, it's not going to sound like crap and become like, you're going to be totally fine with that. You do lose a little bit of the like comfortness of a condenser microphone, but it has its own benefits. If you know condensers versus dynamic, then you know what it is. But regardless of what you do, I mean, having access to the little lapel thing here, the little lavalier thing is really useful, because for me, I do most of my YouTube on my phone, and I think a lot of blogger type people might do that. You plug it in here, and you're just going to be able to be hands-free, cable-free, right? So for me, I'm very handsy. My videos, I do tech reviews. So I'm doing things on the camera. I do a lot of stuff live. I'm moving things around. It will allow me specifically to not be tied down by I can actually use my gimbal, which is nice. That's step one. I paid all this money for this gimbal. I can finally use it, have smooth transitions. I'm also going to be tied down by wires. It's not going to drain my phone because I'm actually having to power my microphone. This thing has a battery built in. And then the other thing is I'm not going to yoink on the cable and the whole microphone's just like goodbye, or my whole phone's like goodbye, or whatever, which happens all the time. So it's fantastic. Actually, it's legitimately fantastic. The Maono here, nice little stand. I mean, there's not really much more to say about it. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It does a very good job, and I like it.